The setting was a teen challenge center in Mexico. The woman was 44 years old, and during her 23 years of drug addiction, she had survived dozens of overdoses. She rarely saw her 5 children, her grandchildren, or her mother, but she knew that they were all addicts and that they lived in Texas. She had been in and out of many government programs, but she never found freedom from her addiction. And now, after 6 months at Teen Challenge, she was clean and was preparing for her future. The light of Christ was on her face. She says her life had been wasted until then, and that she wanted to devote the rest of her days to serving Jesus. After teaching the evening chapel service, I sensed that I was to go tell this precious woman that God sees her and that He is very proud of her. "You are so beautiful," I said, meaning it. And she burst into tears. She was so teachable, so tender, so hungry for the truth. Even before I spoke to her, I had the strong sense that I was supposed to hold her as a mother would. You can't imagine how difficult this was for me, but it was so necessary for us both. There were tracks and scars and burns all over her arms. She was disproportionate, and her body showed signs of decades of abuse. But when I held her, she couldn't stop crying. She said she never imagined that she would meet anyone important. I was so humbled by this because I knew that God was going to a deep place in me through her. I told her that we were just the same, and that she was as important to me as I was to her. This was so true. Another huge step for me as I continued to grow in compassion and learn to love people with God's love. And so healing for her.